If you're divorced and you have kids, you're either co-parenting or you're parallel parenting. In this video, I'm going to explain the difference so you can recognize which one of these you fall into. If you end up in the parallel parenting camp, I give you a couple tips and tricks on how to better navigate through that. Or maybe you already know you're parallel parenting. You've identified that your ex is somewhere along the narcissistic continuum, and you've come up with your strategies around that. Either way, this video is chock full of useful information, I think. Okay, if you're co-parenting, your motivation and the questions you ask yourself are all around what's best for the child, what's fair, what's right, what's the easiest or least complicated solution, what is the solution? You're thinking, how can I help? How can we help the kids reach their best potential? If you're parallel parenting, you need to shift your mindset away from what's right and fair and truthful and what's best for the kids, and instead keep your focus on minimizing the damage. You're going to be asking yourself, what is the least damaging option in this situation? How can I minimize the impact of what this is creating? And you're going to be asking yourself, how can I best protect my children, myself, my finances, my assets, my time? When we're co-parenting with the other parent, some of the attributes of the relationship are productive and respectful communication, solution-focused conversations and motivations, it's adaptable, it's cooperative. When we're parallel parenting, the attributes of that relationship are abusive, manipulative communication, confusing, cyclical events and arguments, it's blame and conflict focus. There's no room for flexibility, and it's damaging, harmful, or traumatizing depending on what word you pick. The behaviors we can see between two parents when they're co-parenting are that they can discuss matters in a civil way. They can share things like clothing and sports equipment without drama or conflict or harm. They can swap parenting time or be flexible with the schedule when needed for their own needs or to adapt around the needs of the child. And they can attend events together and maybe even sit together or talk together at things like school concerts or birthday parties, etc. The behaviors we find in a parallel parenting situation are that you can't share clothes or equipment in any way. There's no room for discussion or negotiation around anything because it just goes nowhere and is harmful. There's no sharing of holidays or events. You celebrate things separately, you sit far apart at concerts or plays if going at different times isn't possible, you have separate parent-teacher interviews, etc. If you are in the parallel parenting camp, it's a tough thing to switch away from thinking, what's right, what's best, how can I best help my kid, and move into just damage control. But the whole name of the game when we're divorcing a narcissist is to protect our time and our energy. Engaging with them in any way is expensive energetically, and if you have lawyers involved, definitely financially. If you are in the parallel parenting zone here, you've divorced a narcissist, you want to focus on minimizing contact. Aim for zero reliance on their compliance about anything. Expect that they're not going to do what you need them to do. Stop asking and be ready for them to just not do it. And focus on creating a home and a love and a family life that you want and that you want for your kids. Your kids only need you. Trauma doesn't happen because painful things happen to kids. Trauma happens when kids are left alone with those painful things. So if you can create a home and a family and a love where they can come to you and be safe in your home and share their feelings with you, that's all they need. So that's where your focus needs to be. And find ways to heal and build yourself up so you can be the provider of that safe, loving home to your kids. If we're in a narcissistic divorce situation, we have to intentionally and consciously do things to generate health and vitality in our bodies, in our nervous systems, in our social situations, everywhere. We're constantly getting torn down. We have to actively be building ourselves up. If you want more information on how to minimize contact, how to stop texting, how to stop emailing, how to minimize contact in transitions, check to my other videos. I've got links down below. So thanks so much for watching. I really hope this helped, and I'll see you next time.